we proceed, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time we drop a video, which is either gonna be Monday or Friday, of course. All right, and hit us up with that super like. All right, we greatly appreciate it. And check out these mixed nuts friends. All right, guys, these guys are super fantastic. They're available on all platforms. Check them out. You can check us out on Instagram. That's that mixed nuts 3000, of course. That mixed nuts 3000. Run it.
A love story gone wrong, a tale of heartbreak and unexpected turns, setting the scene for a dorm room disaster where chaos reigns supreme. Dorms. They're places of learning, growth, and questionable decisions, a microcosm of youthful exuberance and folly. Our story takes us to Hefei University of Technology in China, a bustling hub of academic pursuit and social exploration. Picture this: cramped quarters, instant ramen dinners, and a distinct lack of privacy. A perfect storm for mishaps. It's in this pressure cooker of youth that our protagonist, a young man we'll call Lee, found himself in a predicament of epic and rather flammable proportions. Lee, like many students navigating the choppy waters of young adulthood, sought companionship, the kind that wouldn't complicate his already hectic life. But he wasn't looking for the traditional kind. He wanted something simple, something that wouldn't add to his stress. No, Lee had opted for a more low-maintenance companion, an inflatable girlfriend. A choice that seemed perfect at the time. Now before you judge, remember dorm life. It's loud, it's crowded, and sometimes a little inflatable companionship is all you can manage. It's a world where privacy is a luxury, and peace is often hard to come by. In such an environment, unconventional solutions can seem quite appealing. Life with his inflatable companion was, dare we say, going swimmingly. No arguments, no demands, just quiet, plastic companionship. It was a peaceful arrangement, one that suited Lee's needs perfectly. Until, of course, it all went up in flames. Literally. A moment of carelessness, a spark, and suddenly Lee's dorm room was engulfed in flames, a disaster in every sense of the word. The unexpected roommate, a twist of fate, and a desperate attempt to hide the evidence. Sometimes, life throws you a curveball when you least expect it, and all you can do is scramble to keep up. February 10th, 2025, started like any other day for Lee. The sun was shining, birds were chirping, and the usual hustle and bustle of college life was in full swing. He was enjoying some quality time with his inflatable companion, blissfully unaware of the impending chaos. It was his little secret, a guilty pleasure that he thought no one would ever discover. Then, disaster struck. His roommate, let's call him Wang, decided to come back early from a weekend trip. The sound of the door opening was like a thunderclap in the quiet room. Now, imagine the scene. Lee, caught red-handed, or perhaps red-faced is more appropriate, with his inflatable friend, panic surging through his veins like a runaway freight train. His mind raced, searching for a way out of this mortifying situation. What's a guy to do? In a moment of sheer panic, fueled by the fear of judgment and a healthy dose of dorm room desperation, Lee made a decision. A decision that would haunt him for a long time. A terrible, terrible decision. One that he would regret almost immediately, but in that split second, it seemed like the only option. He decided to dispose of the evidence, not by deflating it, oh no. That would be too simple, too logical. Instead, he chose a more drastic measure. He decided to set it on fire. The flames quickly grew, and what started as a desperate attempt to hide his secret turned into a full-blown emergency. Trial by fire, the inflatable girlfriend faces the heat, and so does the dorm. The flames spread rapidly, engulfing everything in their path. Now, we're not condoning arson. Setting things on fire is bad. Very bad. It's dangerous and can have serious consequences. But in Lee's defense, his thought process was probably a tad compromised at that moment. Panic can make people do irrational things. He probably imagined a small, contained flame, quickly consuming the evidence and leaving no trace. A simple, quick fix. What he got was a full-blown dorm room inferno. The situation escalated beyond his wildest fears. The flames, fueled by the synthetic material of the inflatable girlfriend, quickly grew out of control. The plastic melted and fed the fire. The dorm room, filled with flammable materials like textbooks, clothes, and probably a year's worth of pizza boxes, became an inferno. Everything was fuel for the fire. The fire alarm blared, students scrambled for safety, and the sprinklers rained down, adding a comedic splash to the whole debacle. Chaos ensued. The fire department arrived in record time, quickly extinguishing the blaze and ensuring everyone's safety. Their swift action prevented a greater disaster, but the damage was done. The room was left in ruins, charred and unrecognizable. The dorm room was a soggy mess. Lee's reputation was up in smoke, and he faced the consequences of his actions. And somewhere, the ghost of his inflatable girlfriend was probably laughing, a haunting reminder of a lesson learned the hard way. Section 4. When your love life goes viral. A dorm room escapade becomes an internet sensation. News of the incident spread like wildfire, pun intended, through the university and beyond. But it wasn't just word of mouth. Oh no, this was the age of social media. And as luck would have it, someone had captured the entire incident on their phone. The video, showing the inflatable girlfriend engulfed in flames, quickly went viral. It spread across social media platforms, generating millions of views, likes, and comments. Lee, once an anonymous student, was catapulted into the harsh spotlight of internet fame. Section 5. From social media. Ridicule to internet fame, exploring the lighter side of a fiery fiasco. The internet, as we know, can be a cruel mistress. And boy did she have a field day with this one. Memes were created, hashtags were born, and Lee's love life became the subject of countless jokes and late-night talk show monologues. He really needed to the situation, quipped one Twitter user. Guess he didn't realize his relationship was so, another one chuckled. Lee's misfortune had become the internet's entertainment, a cautionary tale of love, loss, and the perils of inflatable companionship. But amidst the ridicule, there was a sense of amusement, a collective chuckle at the absurdity of it all. After all, who hasn't made a questionable decision in the name of love, or at least the inflatable version of it? Section 6. The aftermath. Dealing with the consequences and the lingering smell of burnt plastic. The fire, the viral video, the memes, it was a lot to process. Lee, understandably, wanted to crawl into a hole and stay there forever. He faced disciplinary action from the university, a hefty fine for the damages, and the enduring nickname, Firestarter Lee. The smell of burnt plastic lingered in the dorm hallways, a constant reminder of the incident. But life, as they say, goes on. Lee returned to his studies, albeit with a newfound respect for fire safety regulations and a healthy dose of social anxiety. The inflatable girlfriend, however, was gone but not forgotten. She lived on in internet infamy, a cautionary tale and a source of endless amusement. Section 7. Lessons learned. A humorous reflection on love, life, and inflatable companions. So, what can we learn from this fiery fiasco? First and foremost, fire is dangerous. Don't play with it. Secondly, maybe think twice before bringing home an inflatable companion, especially if your dorm room is prone to spontaneous combustion. But on a more serious note, Lee's story reminds us that we all make mistakes, some more public and flammable than others. It's a tale of youthful indiscretion, the power of social media, and the enduring human capacity for finding humor in the most unexpected places. And as for Lee, well, let's just hope he learned his lesson and invested in a fire extinguisher. You know, just in case his love life ever gets too heated again.
Alright, Mixed Nuts, that is it for me today. I'm about to make like a baby and head out. If you want to support the channel, go to buymeacoffee.com/mixednuts. We got new videos coming every Monday or Friday, of course. You can check us out on Instagram. That's that Mixed Nuts 3000. And until next time,